Welcome back. Some strange situation here, but I know what's happened. They've such beautiful facilities here in the media tower. They even have a room underneath us here for the referees, and they've given them tea and sandwiches, and they're enjoying them so much that they're still in there. So the players are out on the field and ready to go. In fact, the Cavan Gaels girls didn't even go in at half time. Killeevan did. They've come out now, but there's no officials. They're still having tea and biscuits and all sorts of stuff. Well, actually there's a few officials round to the side, and here's Leo coming now. He must have finished his Tunnocks tea cakes. They even had Tunnocks tea cakes under there. My goodness, like, how do you expect people to leave and go out for the second half when you're getting treated to that? Now, I'm told that we have a great reception here, and the games are going out in really high HD quality, so if you want to go to that, you can go onto the YouTube there and click on the link and watch it in full HD. So it's as good as it can possibly get. You can put it on a big screen. It'll still look fantastic. Paddy Smith says great first half, keep it going. Marion McGuinness, Crystal Johnson as well, enjoyed that. So lots of messages coming in there on the Facebook and on the YouTube as well. Mags was on again, and she says both grannies are now online and watching. That's from Maggie Lawton, so thanks to Maggie for that as well. So all set for the second half. Cavan Gaels leading by 10 points, but you do feel that there's more in Killeevan, and look, she's won the ball again from the throw, and that is Karen McGinn. Now, she's been held up, but it's promising. She did this at the start of the game. Remember, they took a 2-point lead, and yet now they are trailing by 10, but here she comes on her right foot. There's at least a point on here. Oh, and she's blazed it wide. You know, I think she got caught in two minds there. She had a bit of room and was probably thinking, do I go low, do I go high? And in the end, she just sliced the ball to the left and it goes wide. And that really should have been a score. She knows that. She's been the main scorer, if not the only scorer. In fact, was she the only scorer so far for Killeevan? She certainly got 4. No, I think she maybe got to 5. But anyway, you had to put your money on her there. But that can happen. Cavan Gaels trying to come out, but stopped in their tracks, but they do get their free. Emma McIntyre in trouble, caught. Emma McKeown transfers it. She's looking for McGinn, but it's just too high. And that's kind of the way their game has gone today, Killeevan, and you feel that they need a couple of things to go their way, and a goal chance there, and maybe a point from the first effort would have helped turn things around. And as I said, right on the throw-in, you feel there's more in them, but they just haven't clicked yet. But when Killeevan clicked, maybe, just maybe, it'll be interesting. Now, it was an interesting collision there. You might have been thinking watching this, that's a free, but if the player coming into the challenge makes a big enough effort to avoid the player, it's legal. And don't ask me about how much exactly that needs to be. It's a very fine margin. But she avoided the player coming in, and that's why the referee said play on. You learn all sorts of things from referees. We can find out one last week in a Leinster final as we watch Killeevan coming away. They don't have many options. All I can see ahead of her is white, and she has to wait for Caitlin Connolly to come along, and she does. But Cavan Gaels, their work rate is amazing. They have so many players, and even look there's no options. Where's she going to go? And in the end, she does find a way to get it to Connolly, but it's so congested. Cavan Gaels' fitness is quite incredible, and they win it back, but illegally. So the example I was going to give you there was last week there was a player in the game and she got fouled, so the referee gave advantage, and then she ran on. And just as she got clear, she was blown back, and you thought, why didn't she give advantage? Why didn't she let her go? But she had overcarried. You see? Double jeopardy almost, if you like. So needs to be brought back. So the referee was absolutely correct. So sometimes when you watch a game as a commentator or even as a supporter, you're not understanding what's going on. So we bow to the officials. So Karen McGinn, a much needed score here, 3 minutes into the second half, and this should have been in the first 20 seconds of the half, but now it arrives, and at least it's a signal of intent at the start of the half from Killeevan. Maybe, just maybe, it'll lift them a little bit. I wonder, is it going to be one-sided, or will we have a thrilling finish? It's all up to Killeevan, really. Now, the referee is checking his watch, and I think he's doing that because the goalkeeper took quite a while there. And eventually the kick was taken and picked out by Michaela Greenan. Now, is there a score in Killeevan here? They really need it. They get it to their shooter. They get it to Karen McGinn. She's surrounded. Loads of players around her, but still gets her until still goes for it herself. And again, they just need a little bit of luck. And if you think about it, Cavan Gaels got a bit of luck with their first goal, and it set them on their way. But Killeevan just haven't had a bit of luck. at all in this game. But you could also say Cavan Gaels' defence has been outstanding. The way they get in and around her there, and also she didn't look like she'd confidence in her other players. She took it herself. But the way she's been shooting, you can't blame her for that. That's well won by Laura Galligan for Cavan Gaels, and takes it quickly and really well and gets it to Ciara Farrell, and she did brilliantly to just win the ball and deliver it quickly into Katie Letty. They've so many options, and Katie goes for her own score but puts it low into the goalkeeper's arms, and the game really is opening up a little bit now. And if the ball is transferred quickly, do you know what, I'm looking off camera and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Cavan Gaels defenders inside their own 45, and more coming in now. It's amazing how defensively set up they are, but I suppose it's the old cliche, they may as well keep the goals out and let them have the points. The cliche is something about take your points, the goals will come, of course, but they're just not letting them anywhere near the goal. And there you see what happens. Loads of players back and there's no options, and they kick and they leave it into the goalkeeper's arms, and they've done that so many times today, Killeevan, and as I said before, it kills the team really out the field. They don't get a score for all their move up the field, and they had a chance there. You thought there was Cavan Gaels had a lot of players committed forward, and yet they had plenty back as well. They have a chance here though, and again it's McGinn, and again she's outnumbered, and again she's fouled. Free in. Oh no, it's not actually, it's a free the other way. The referee indicates that was a foul by McGinn as we watch it again here, and yeah, indeed it was one in there by Sarah Clark, and the foul then was by McGinn. Again, we bow to the officials. Leo, spot on. Cavan Gaels coming out of defence, and I think the main problem in the game for Killeevan is they just can't get their scores. They have had opportunities in this second half, they just haven't enough options, they haven't enough players, they haven't enough different ways of getting scores, and you really need that, obviously. Whereas Cavan Gaels have scores from a number of players and a number of different ways. So 6 minutes in, nothing much has changed. It's a 9-point game instead of a 10-point game, but Cavan Gaels, you feel, still comfortable. Lawton, with her grannies watching, they must be very, very proud. She gets it again. Did a great interview before the championship as well. I wonder, did they feel they'd be in the final? Oh, what a kick. O'Mara does it again. She is deadly, and she's playing in junior. She's playing like a senior player. That is fantastic. She has been so effective today for her team. 3-7 to 6, it's out to 10 again. And there is the difference between the teams. A shooter. Well, not just one shooter, because you could say that Karen McGinn, but a number of shooters. Driving run by Emma Corley. Brilliant from Emma, making up for being out for 10 minutes in the first half. This is terrific, but she's no options. Where's she going? Goes down a cul-de-sac, has to come back out. Can they find a way through Killeevan? They need something, but it spills and it breaks away, and Cavan Gaels snatch it away. That little cameo is kind of the way the game has gone. Coming together there, so the referee's going to hold this up. You'll see it again. The player is still on the ground, and yeah, just a collision there, and I think it was Sarah Clark, was it, who came in on the side. Gives me a chance here to look. Well, let's look at this again, actually, from the first half. And it was a goal, and it was a fabulous goal. What a finish. Boom. Top of the net from Katie Letty for Cavan Gaels. 3 goals in that first half. In the second, just checking your messages on YouTube. Grace Mulholland says, go Carla Brady. Helena Duffy, come on to Gaels. And Funny is a name of somebody. Says, come on to Gaels, keep your foot on the gas. Michael as well, up the Gaels. So lots of support online for the Cavan Gaels. That's on YouTube, whereas on Facebook, I'll have a check there for you as well. And lots of comments coming in there as well. Jamie says, go on Anine. I still can't get that right. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop. And yeah, viewers in Australia and all over the place enjoying the coverage. Lots of viewers on both platforms. Big crowd here in the game and big crowd online. So tomorrow we have 2 more AIB Ulster Championship finals, the intermediate final and the senior championship final from Brewster Park in Fermanagh. Both will be free to view in the same places. It's Monaghan against Cavan in the first game as well. That's Bridget O'Neill's against Knockbride. And then on the senior game, it's Errigal Kieran against Moneyglass, a Tyrone Antrim game there. So Cavan Gaels looking like they could well be the first ever Cavan team to get their hands on this trophy, even though Monaghan clubs have won it 14 times, strangely enough. Tap down for Killeevan by Michaela Greenan. Now they get it to Emily Dawes. Lots of persistence and determination and drive, but have they got the finish? That's where it's been missing. Apart from this girl, and she goes and gets her point. She's the shooter, she's the finisher, and she's keeping them in the game with these finishes. Now the girls had to get it to her, and they did, but she was a finisher. But it's a little bit predictable, and she's just not getting closer because of the blanket of white jerseys there. But she would seem to be the key, and if they can get it now from the kick out, it's Michaela Greenan again. Lots of room on the far side, so she pops it out there to Dawes, and Dawes does well, gets it inside, but just goes beyond Lynch. And those passes really need to hit the target. Maybe they're just forcing it a little bit, rushing it a little bit, and that happens when you are anxious because you're behind and you need to get through. But that was half an opportunity. Now the Gaels come through, moving the ball really confidently. It's just tell their body language, the way they look up, the way they kick it, and they have that option all the time of Katie O'Mara, who's so good at getting out in front. And even when she loses the ball there, she's got it again. Gives it back to the girl who started it, Carla Brady. To O'Mara again. Gets it out to Emma McIntyre. And O'Mara coming over looking for it again. Or will Letty do it herself? Well, she looks at the ball inside, and for once they give it away. Killeevan with a chance to transition up the field. There is a little bit of room here, but Cavan Gaels still have 6 defenders in their own half against 5 coming forward. So outnumbered, but is there a chance here? They really need something. Eva Lynch gives it inside, and once again it breaks down. They just can't find a way through Killeevan. Such a solid defensive unit in there from Cavan Gaels that have been so effective. Katie Letty gives it inside to McIntyre. So many good performances from Cavan Gaels, and again that is Brady in there, the number 10. Now it spills for Letty, and Letty has a chance. It just didn't fall perfectly for her, but she's going for the overhead. No way, don't tell me that's going over. Well, it nearly did. An audacious effort, very creative, and would have been certainly a Tuesday video on Instagram that would have got a lot of views, because it's something you don't see very often at all. Might have been a TikTok sensation. 42 minutes gone then. So the third quarter has yielded only 1 point each. Killeevan still in the same position they were at half time, but this might open up now. They have a chance here because Emma McKeown has a little bit of room, and before they all got over, she had a chance, but she blazed it. And again, that's that anxiety I feel. She knew she had to drive it. This at the other end a minute ago. Let's look at it again. Sure, well, why not try it? That's a pity. But no score still. 1 point each only in 13 minutes of the second half. Suits Cavan Gaels, and so does that. Good kick out, and it finds Sarah Clark. It's going to be difficult picking player of the match for the Gaels, presuming they go on to win this, which of course isn't a certainty. Lots of good performances all over the field, and then you sort of feel you have to give it to the likes of Katie O'Mara, one of the forwards, but key to their game has been that solid defence and that work rate, that strategy, that setup they have in there, just not to let anything through. This is Brady, she's had a great game. Letty, she's had a great game too, and the University of Galway student puts it over the bar, and it's 2-1 in the second half. The lead goes out to 11. Substitute for Killeevan, and it's Siobhan Toll, number 7, coming on to replace Caitlin Connolly, number 18, and that's the reverse of the change that was made before the game. 16 to go, 11 in it. Kick out is good though, gets to Erin Crudden. She's got Emily Dawes ahead of her, but runs right through the middle, uncontested. Now is certainly contested, and it spills, but she's going to get the free. But it was hard work, I think, by Ciara Farrell. Or was it Crudden? Maybe, or rather Genevieve Keoghan, I think, number 2, maybe, who got back there. Michaela Green is going to take this one, not Erin McGinn. So Erin McGinn has gone to the edge of the square, so maybe they're hoping she can use her height and get a hand on this one and scramble a goal and try to spark a comeback. As you see on the scoreboard there on our screen and on the ground, 3-8 to 7. It's bleak for Killeevan, unless it's gone to the right and it's gone wide. It ain't happening for Killeevan so far, and we're almost in the last quarter of the game. So they've made one change. I wonder will they be tempted to make another couple and just try something. Laura Lynch drives it brilliantly over to this side, gives good distance, gives them something to chase. It's won by Erin Crudden. Michaela Greenan again. Moya Sheeran. 3 defenders, all coming up to try and help. Michaela keeps possession, that's good. Gives it back to Crudden. And loads of room on the far side, that's a good ball as well. Let the ball travel. A different angle of the attack and fed into the middle and fed to Dawes. Is there a goal chance here? They have to go for it. And of course it's blocked in there. And it's blocked by Marion McGuinness, the Armagher. But she's blown for overcarrying, I think, coming out. So it's going to be a free in. But yeah, McGuinness is always there. The last line of defence before the goalkeeper. Using all of her experience. And that shows on the scoreboard. Still, McGinn will put this over the bar. And then it will be 2-2. In the second half. They call that a Desmond. 2 points each in the second half after 16 minutes. Cavan Gaels just going through the motions. Oh, she does go low and drives it. Nearly got through a forest of players, but you can't blame her for having a go. It nearly got in there, and it's going to be a free in again at this side. Well, it's a little bit early to get desperate, but I suppose they have to go for it, and they tried to get it again to McGinn, but maybe they'll just take their point this time. Tried to catch Cavan Gaels by surprise there and almost did. But it shows where Killeevan are at the minute. They're that far behind. They need something dramatic. The church behind the goals. Maybe they need to pray. Greenham will take her point, and that's 3-2. Well, they're leading in the second half. But can they get a goal? That's obviously going to be key. Doesn't feel like it so far. Kick out is looking for Leah Brady, but it's won instead by Emma Corley. Now this is Erin Crudden. She's been involved a lot the last few minutes. Look at that determined run she makes. Referee says get up. It's not a free. McGinn seem to be looking for it, but they're not getting it, so they just pass it around, and then McGinn is going to drive it wide. I put a bit of agony in that description because that's, I'm sure, how Killeevan feel. On YouTube, come on the Gaels from the Gagans in Galway. Maggie's on again, says never in doubt. Her granddad Paddy is at the game. That is Paddy Lawton, as in Maggie Lawton. And I'll check the Facebook in a minute, because here's the ball back in play, and the kick out goes to the same side, and this time it does find one of her teammates, and look who's up there. It's Lauren Sheridan, the fullback for Cavan Gaels, number 3, getting forward, and they give it up to Katie O'Mara. That's the plan. Get it up to Katie, and she is certainly fouled. And if Katie doesn't score, she comes closer, gets a free. She's been the out ball most of the time, and has got her scores and has been very effective all round. A change now for Cavan Gaels, 20 for 4. So number 4 is Leah Brady. So Leah coming off for the Gaels. And number 20 coming on is Shauna Brady. So one sister for another, I make it. It's unusual, this. Seeing a free being taken off the ground. Or is she going to lift it? No, she's going to lift it. Just killing a little bit of time, maybe. Trickiness. Jamie's been on from the UK watching the game. Now that's going to drop around the house. It could be dangerous, but taken by Maura Sheeran for Killeevan. Now she belts it up the field, but only straight to Laura Galligan, so it's going to come right back. And McIntyre feeds it out to Ciara Farrell. Well, two of the older players, Ciara Farrell and Marion McGuinness, you can see how crucial they are to the team. They do so much important work. This is Farrell again. Oh, and there might be a chance here, but it spills as Sarah Clark went through. That's Killeevan going to come away again. Yeah, I mentioned Jamie up the Cavan. He says cheering on from the UK, and Elizabeth Smith go on the Gaels from Lizzie and Max and Ardkeen. Those are the messages coming in, and I'm sure more will be coming in for the Cavan Gaels as well. Centre half back Leah McDermott trying to drive her team on. Emma Corley looking for McGinn. That was Niamh Brierty trying to get out in front there, and indeed they do get the ball. But a foul on the way out, so there's going to be a little bit of a hold up here. So player of the match, I wonder what your thoughts are on player of the match. I know it's not quite there with 10 minutes to go, but who would be your contenders so far? I'd be looking at Katie O'Mara, Ciara Farrell, Sarah Clark. There's so many really for Cavan Gaels, but those kind of players to me would be standing out. It's hard to pick out a defender because they sort of play as a group, so it's hard to pick out an individual, but those sort of girls would be in the running. But feel free to put in a contender there. I'm thinking 14 or maybe 13 or number 9 at the minute, the way things are going. Can't narrow it down just yet. This is Sarah Clark. The Gaels in possession and in the driving seat. 9 points in it, 9 minutes to go. And it feels like the heart is going out of Killeevan a little bit, or maybe the fitness is going out a little bit. That's going to be a free in. They really needed something to happen, but they obviously realise they're just not getting closer. It's just not happening, and they're keeping going. But mentally you're thinking, are they just a little bit resigned to the way today is going? And if that's the case, you can't blame them. So Katie O'Mara now. So yeah, just leave a wee name there on YouTube chat or on Facebook. Who you think for player of the match? Katie O'Mara says it's me by popping it over the bar, but we don't always have to go for the scores. But of course she has been very good. Then Katie Letty, of course, scored that fantastic goal in the first half. Sarah Clark got a goal as well. So lots of contenders, but I'd like to hear who you think as well. Kick out is good. Gives Killeevan a chance to counter, and they do. That's great work by Jane McFine. Off she goes. Carries it forward. Can they get something here? They tried for a goal a minute ago. They get it to McGinn inevitably, but she has a shadow in there. She's always a player marking her, and I think it's actually Lawton, is it, who follows her all the time, or is it Genevieve Keoghan? But anyway, it's at least one. They'll try once again. There's definitely not a sign of them giving up. I don't mean that at all from Killeevan. They will keep going, but they need a spark. They need something to happen. And look at the Cavan jerseys in there. It's a wall. There's no way through. There's 13 players in there, but maybe, just maybe, Siobhan Toll can do something. They're working it. They're doing their best, and then the shot comes in over the bar. That's a point at least. It's something, but not enough, you feel. There's one vote for Katie O'Mara. Thanks, Kathleen, for that. So 7 to go. 9 in it. Well taken from the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's kick out. Well taken and transferred. Look how quickly they do this. They've done this a couple of times. 2 passes and it's up into the full forward line, but this time it doesn't reach O'Mara. It was Lauren Sheridan who caught the ball from the kick out. Moya Sheeran. Greenan. Hands it to Sheeran again. Oh, there's a chance here actually. Anya Deary steps inside. There's half a chance here. Oh, and it's blocked out. It's blocked out. That was half a chance, and it's going to come out for a 45 or maybe even a free. And there was surprise in my voice there because they haven't got through many times. And it was driven by Anya Deary, but at least one player, it was either Ciara Farrell or Marion McGuinness in the way as usual, just in front of the keeper all the time. Change for Killeevan. 19 come on there for 8, I think it is. Or is it number 8? I think maybe. No, it's not number 8. Might have been 10 actually. There's a number in the front of the jerseys, but it's tiny. Who's 19 for Killeevan? Let's watch this from Michaela Greenan, and she's looking for him again. Finds her. Gets a bit of support. Emily Dawes there. They could take a point, but they need to go for goal, and she is, and she's weaved her way through, but I think she maybe hopped it twice or something in there, the way the referee is indicating. Just checking who number 19 is for you. It came in there for Killeevan. I think it was 19, wasn't it? It was. Oh, where is it? Trying to find this for you in the programme, but you used to get programmes and it was just one match and it was in the middle, but there's 3 games in this programme for the 3 finals this week, and then I can't find it. It's evading me at the minute. I'll find it somewhere. I have a screenshot of it, so I'll get that for you. But meantime, at the other end, Katie Letty is through. Now she's tugged there, but still get a shot away, and that could end up in the net, and it is in the net. And Katie Letty with her second goal of the game. Well, she was the hero in the semi-final against Drumra, and then that epic encounter. And today, the University of Galway student has made sure of Cavan, not just Cavan Gaels, but Cavan winning this title for the first time in the history of the competition. For some reason, Monaghan clubs have won it 14 times, but only once have Cavan, and that's today. And I'm saying that with a bit of certainty now. And maybe, just maybe, that'll give her the Player of the Match award. That one blocked down. Illegally so, though. And it's a free for Killeevan. Actually, number 20 for Cavan Gaels is tearing back into defence there as well. Did I tell you about number 20? Did I have number 20? I think I did. Yeah, Shauna Brady. She's the one who came on. So for Killeevan, it was 19. I promised I'd get to you. Anya Larmer, of course. Oh, look. Is that Marion McGuinness in there? Of course it is. 41 years old. All-Ireland winner in 2012 with Armagh, but she's very much a Cavan girl now, and that's a fabulous catch, and that sums up her performance today. She's been so crucial in there. There's been no way through. Has used all of her experience to get the Cavan Gaels over the line. That's the fullback coming out, Lauren Sheridan, and she can do that because Marion is back there all the time. So Marion has played like a fullback, never mind a sweeper. She's played very deep in there. Last line of defence before the goalkeeper, and very effective. Cavan Gaels looking to put on a couple more subs, and they might as well. 19 and 17 about to come in for them. 19 is Emma O'Reilly, 17 is Aoife Monaghan. Her name's Monaghan, but she plays with Cavan Gaels. And there's the sub. The Brady bunch have enjoyed today. 3 sisters. 2 of them started. 1 came off, another one came on. It's Cavan. It has to be a Brady bunch. And they've scored 3-4 points maybe between them. And they're one of the gunner Bradys. Their dad is a Mullahoran gunner. Famous history and famous win today for the Cavan Gaels. Oh, and Marion McGuinness is coming off as well over to my left here, and she's a big smile on her face. And she's still running all the way along the sideline. She's coming now. If her camera goes down, you'll see she's getting lots of great hugs down below us here. That's Marion McGuinness in the bottom of the shot there, the Armagh girl, and she has a hug over the fence already. They know they have this one, and Marion, well, what an achievement for her. Marion has won a championship in Cavan with Lacan Celtic, and she's won one, of course, with Carrickcruppen, and now she's going to win one again. That must be some sort of record. 2 more subs coming on, and they will be from Killeevan. 23 and 20 about to come on. 23 is Erin Connolly. 20 is Tara McCaffrey. So that in the next few minutes. Claire Clark has messaged on YouTube. Best of luck, Sarah and Cavan Gaels from all the Clarks in Baileyborough. Now Maggie has been on again with her vote for player of the match, and she's broken it up. She says Katie O for the scores, Ciara for the heart. Can't argue with either of those comments, but it has to go to one, and it mightn't go to her or either of them actually. There's so many contenders. 22 been lined up to come in for Killeevan as well, but it will matter not to the scoreline, or at least to the decision. Crystal Johnson says good one, Katie Letty, as does Helen O'Brien. Yeah, Katie Letty has scored 2 goals, remember. Number 8, Emma McIntyre for player of the match, says Puddle Lane. And yeah, that's a good shout as well. She's had a terrific game. John McDermott says Katie O'Mara. So lots of votes coming in and lots of subs coming in. 21 for Cavan Gaels and 22 for Killeevan. Coming in, Rachel Cassidy. 21. Let me get this for you. 21 came in for Cavan Gaels, and that's Sophie Graham. I'll get you up to date with all the changes, as we are now on added time. So 5 points in the first half for Killeevan, 4 in the second, and that tells the tale. Katie O'Mara gets a good dig on that and puts it over. 4-10 is quite a scoreline, and yes, the goals were killer blows and came at times that really rocked the opponents, and one more makes it 4-11. Now that one went short and she picked it up inside the D, but maybe it's because she started running from outside the D that was okay. Just going on about technicalities and rules again. And Leo Dugan has refereed this game really well today. Let it flow and got all the decisions right, as far as I know. Erin Crudden driving on for her team in added time. 14 points down, but not giving up. Spilled away. Cavan Gaels looking to get away, but I think it's going to be a free to Killeevan. Or is he going to hop it maybe? No, free to Killeevan. Now at the end we're going to stay on for the presentation, and that one given away, given back to Cavan Gaels, and no doubt they'll look for Katie O'Mara, who's the only player up, and indeed Ciara Farrell looks up immediately and tries to find her and almost does. That's the plan, and it's worked really well for Cavan Gaels. They're going to be a threat in the All-Ireland series. Really well set up, and I know a few people from other provinces, and one province in particular will be watching today, because all the other provinces have finished their competitions and they know who's going through, and they'll be interested in this Cavan Gaels team. Really good setup, and when you've got a really good defensive structure and a few, maybe even more than a few, good shooters up front, you've got a fighting chance. Very impressive standard of a game for junior level. And Killeevan have just found the Cavan Gaels too tough a nut to crack. 63rd minute. They may as well throw it in. Corley, well, it doesn't exactly throw it in, but gives it away. And Sarah Clark on the ball. I have to say, the more I think about the game, Katie O'Mara has been really good. Talking about player of the match, she's been really good and taking some great scores, but you can't always just give it to the shooter. And the first goal was a fortunate one. Now she's on the ball to see if she can prove me wrong in my estimation, but I'm not trying to say she hasn't played well. She's been key, but it's nice to give the player of the match award around, not just to the players who get the scores, although now she's saying, look, I can pass it, I can create it, there's 2 players over the far side and it might be another goal. Well done the goalkeeper, good save, but it's going to end up in the net, is it? No, it doesn't. Credit to the goalkeeper, Katie Maguire, keeping that one out. Looked like it was certain to be a goal. Good save. But yeah, Katie O'Mara, look, you've had a great game, I'm giving you that. got the scores, but on this occasion I'm looking around because it wasn't just about the shooter, definitely not with this Cavan Gaels team. You could give it to Marion McGuinness, you could give it to Ciara Farrell, you could give it to Sarah Clark, you could give it to Emma McIntyre, but I'm thinking Katie Letty got 2 goals today. The student at the University of Galway has had such a good game and so important in an underestimated way. And it was her who kicked the winning free against Drumra in the semi-final. So I'm leaning towards Katie. Not Katie O'Mara, the other Katie. Killeevan. Try to work it in. Michaela Greenan. She's not going to give up. She'll try and find an angle, but there are no angles. Cavan Gaels will not be breached. There is no way through. 64 minutes gone. We're in the 65th minute. And I don't remember that many stoppages actually. A lot of subs, mind you. So can't be long left. Ciara Farrell, well, she's been terrific, and you couldn't argue if she could player of the match. And look, she's still running. She gave that ball and she's running past lots of young girls. You'll see her coming into the shot. There she is. She gets it back. Fantastic game. And look at that delivery. Just needs to give it in quickly and does give it into O'Mara quickly. She knew O'Mara would be there. They've such a great link between each other. And that's been so key right from the start. Confidence in each other. Just know where each other are and confidence that they're going to get it and not holding on to the ball. And that little cameo there from Farrell just shows how they play so well together. So we're right above the Cavan dugout and all the players are ready to run on at the final whistle, and that might even come, so you'll see them all running on as this from O'Mara goes over the bar inevitably, and I think we're nearly there. And if our camera comes a bit wider, you'll see them down below us here. They're about to run on, and I'd say, looking at the body language of the ref, he's about to blow the whistle, and they're all about to run on, and our cameraman Patter has got out there to get this shot. I'd say that's it, and indeed it is, and there they go. Cavan Gaels, unbelievably, they're the first team from Cavan to ever win this title. There's been 14 times it's gone to Monaghan. Not today. The Gaels have won it. The Cavan Gaels. Fantastic victory, and they won it in style. There was no doubting at all. But hold on, there's an Armagh girl in there as well, and she's hobbling. But Marion McGuinness, and all she's thinking about is shaking hands and hugging Leah McDermott from the other team. They're both physios, maybe that's a connection. But an All-Ireland winner with Armagh in 2012. She's won championships with Carrickcruppen and with Lacken in Cavan as well. Must be some kind of record to win 3 championships with 3 different clubs and in 2 different counties, and she's trying to dance on one leg. Well done to Marion, and well done to the Cavan Gaels. Brilliant win for them, and they're trying to get a photograph already, even though they haven't got the cup, so they'll get one before and they'll get it after. And there is a great shot of the celebrations. It's Cavan Gaels Day. And what a win, 4-12 to 9 points. They won it in style. A brilliant performance. And there comes Katie O'Mara diving into the shot. They all want to be in it, and you can't blame them at all. It's been a team effort. They've been fantastic. And you know, they described the Cavan final as being the best day of their lives. Well, how does this one compare? And there might even be more coming. They lost 3 successive finals. The heartache. But even though it was a long time coming, they've got over the line. Credit to their management. Mark Greeny came in from Killygarry, a club in the outskirts of Cavan town, with Finian Farrell and Ciara Farrell, number 13, one of the management as well. So great management team, and you can see the way the game went today, the way that team is organised. What does it say there in the banner? Something about being sacrificed. But whatever they've done, it's been a family effort, as you can see there, with lots of kids coming into the shots as well. And that's what you get at club level. A great day for the Cavan Gaels. And I'm sure Drumra, Sarsfields and Tyrone are looking at this and thinking, we could have been there, because in the semi-final it went to extra time and they won by just a point. And that's the other side of the coin. Heartbreak for Killeevan. Came here with such high hopes, but you know, they've had an incredible journey too. They won their own championship after their own bitter defeat last year. They came back and won it, and they have a great journey to get here. But in the end, it was all really about the solid defence and then the finishing. And there's Katie Letty, my player of the match. How did she get that into the net? I don't know. In the first half, she scored a terrific goal. I like giving it a round as well. The players you don't hear about too often. And Katie Letty was fabulous today for her team, but you really could give player of the match to 7 or 8 different players. They're going over for the presentation, and Jerry Doherty, the president, will be over there, so I will bow to him in a minute or two. But maybe if I just go to your messages before we go there to read out a few of them. Callum Barry says Mark played with Gaels at minor level. That must be Mark Graney. Thanks for that. Maggie Lawton says fantastic win. Tom McEntee, brilliant result, well played. Cavan Gaels. I think he said he's watching in England in Doncaster. Kira Bohan says number 8 and number 3 for Cavan Gaels have a fantastic game. Well, that's Emma McIntyre and Lauren Sheridan at the back. You see so many contenders, but you can't give it to them all. Claire Clark said, oh, I'd already read that one out. What about Facebook? Is there any new ones on there just before we go to the presentation of the Cup here at Rosslea Shamrocks Ground in Fermanagh? Yeah, lots of comments on Facebook there. Sarah Regan, well done Laura and team. Maria Keenan, hard luck Killeevan. Emmett Masterson, congrats. Sharon Reel, well done Marion McGuinness, proud friends, you're a superstar. She sure is. And Aaliyah McDermott, Kevin Hand, well done the Gaels. Ethna McMahon for Katie O'Mara and Erin O'Mara, so proud listening in and watching in, no doubt. Well done Cavan Gaels, great performance from Joanne. They're trying to sort out the audio here. Congratulations Cavan from Jerry McDermott and from Martin Gilchrist. Emmett Daly, great win girls, enjoy the celebrations. Owen O'Reilly as well.
I want to thank both teams for an excellent display of football here today. And before we go any further, can we have a big round of applause for our runners up here today, Killeevan, and to wish them well for the future. And while today is all about the winners who go on to the All-Ireland Series, and I take the opportunity to wish them well, I want to congratulate again both teams for an excellent display of football at junior level today. It shows us the standard of our game is very, very positive, very good in Ulster, and we wish them all well for the future. I also want to thank the Rosslea Shamrocks Club for the use of their excellent facilities here today. They left no stone unturned to welcome us and to provide all that we needed on the day, and on behalf of Ulster Council I want to thank them, and we'll certainly be back. Thank you very much, Rosslea. I want to also thank our officials, referee, fourth officials, umpires, linespersons, everyone who helped to put on this game here today, because these people help us throughout the year, and this is their big day as well. So well done to them all, and I call for a big round of applause for them as well. Thank you very much. I also want to thank the Ulster Council, my colleagues in Ulster Council, for their efficient discharge of their duties here today, both our paid officials and our volunteers. We can't work without them, so well done to them and thank you very much. It would also be important that I thank our sponsors AIB for their continued sponsorship of our competitions. They provide finance, they provide help for us, and without their finance we would not operate at the level we have, so well done to them. Thank you very much. Before we have the presentation of the Cup to Niamh Briody, we have the Player of the Match award today. And that player, there were lots of displays of good play on both sides, but it goes to the number 11 for Cavan Gaels, Katie Leddy. And now can I call forward the captain, Niamh Briody, to receive the cup on behalf of her team.
Well, we were waiting for the captain's speech there, but she's gone into the middle of that. I don't know if we're going to get a speech. She just carried away maybe with the celebrations, or maybe they are. No, now we're going to have the speech. Ronan has got her out of that, and that was quite an achievement to be able to do that. And now we're going to hear from Niamh Bryady, a veterinary nurse, captain of the team.
I thought I'd no tears after the county final, but here we are. I have a few people to thank, so just bear with me. I'm better prepared. To start off, I just want to thank Ulster LGFA, the referee today, and the officials on a really good sporting game, and also to Ross Clay on the use of our fantastic facilities here today. Thanks a million. I want just to say hard luck to Killeevan. It was a really good sporting game, so hard luck today, but well done on a really good season with Killeevan ladies and everything else you've achieved this year, so well done, girls. I want to thank our sponsors, McIntyre's Furniture and Carpal World, for their continuous generous support every year, and everyone else that supported us along the way and got us kitted out for Ulster and put up signs and everything back at home. We really appreciate it. I want to give a mention to all the underage girls in the club and all the mascots we've accumulated over the last wee while. This win isn't for us, it's also for the club, and especially the underage girls. And if there's girls that go home today and say, I can't wait to play with Cavan Gaels senior ladies, then we've won. So just a shout out to the underage girls. To our supporters that are behind us here, you've been behind us since day one. You've travelled in all sorts of weather, and we've been away for every Ulster game, but we never felt that far away from home with the noise, the flags, the flares, the whole lot. So we're absolutely delighted to bring you along the way, and you're absolutely a part of the celebration this weekend, so thanks very much. To our wonderful management team, to Finian, Mark, Ciara, to Kieran and Alan, for all their time and commitment they put in to get us here. You pushed us to new limits after the county final, and you managed us with such a desire and passion, and always believed we'd get here today. So on behalf of all the girls, we want to thank you. We can't thank you enough, and I've no doubt if we wouldn't be here today if we didn't have this team over us, so thanks very much. Try and get through this without crying. To the girls, what an honour to lift this Ulster Cup on behalf of this Cavan Gaels ladies team. It's the top of dreams, and I wouldn't want to make history with any other team, to be honest. Ulster football is something we've always dreamed of, and it's something we always kind of said, oh, imagine playing in Ulster, imagine getting to Ulster, what it would be like. And it's something that seems so far away, and you start to wonder, would we ever get to Ulster? But not only did we get to Ulster, we're bringing the Ulster Cup back to Terry Cole! I'm so proud of what this team has become over this season. We've developed into a fantastic team, but we've also developed fantastic friendships and a bond that we'll never forget. I'm so glad the journey's not over yet, because I didn't want it to end today. I've just had a fantastic year with this team, and I wouldn't change it for the world. To finish off, if there's one thing I've learned about this club in the last few months is we know how to celebrate. Up the barricades!
Just a note, supporters are welcome to join us down in the bottom corner where the team will be for a photograph.
Well, that speech was worth waiting for, and I loved the way she talked about the youth in the club. They were playing at half time, in fact, out on the pitch, and she said they've accumulated a lot of young supporters, and isn't that terrific along the journey? So it's well done to Cavan Gaels. I wonder, will it be a double for Cavan? They're in the first final again tomorrow. We will be at Brewster Park in Enniskillen with 2 more live streams on the next 2 AIB Ulster Championship finals tomorrow, a double header tomorrow, free to watch as well. So hope you enjoyed today, and we'll be back with more tomorrow.